Hi, I'm Danyse, and today I want to share with you out of Matthew 21, verses 28 through 32. And it says, "Tell me what you think of this story. A man had 2 sons. He went up to the first and said, 'Son, go out for the day and work in the vineyard.' The son answered, 'I don't want to.' Later on, he thought better of it and went. The father gave the same command to the second son. He answered, 'Sure, glad to,' but he never went. Which of the 2 sons did what the father asked? They said, 'The first.'" And then Jesus goes on to explain that they're correct in saying that. So the reason I share this verse is because lately God has been telling my husband and I to turn around. Let me explain a little bit. I was in church. I was walking down the aisle to my seat. I usually sit at the very front. And I see a lady that I know very well. And the Lord told me to go to her. I just kept walking because I thought, well, we're in the middle of worship. I can just talk to her after service. But the Lord said, no, turn around and talk to her now. So I went up to her. I had no idea what I was supposed to say or what I was even supposed to do. But as soon as I got to her, I just gave her a big hug and I began to whisper some things in her ear that I knew was the Holy Spirit speaking through me. I know this because of her reaction to the very simple words that I was repeating over and over to her. And I share all of this because you know that thing God told you to do and you didn't do? Well, it's not too late to turn around. Jonah literally ran from what God had told him, but God didn't cancel the call. He gave Jonah a second chance, and this time Jonah obeyed, just like the first son in Matthew. God is still calling, and maybe you've heard before that delayed obedience is disobedience, but with all due respect to those who have said it, I don't really believe that. The actual definition of disobedience is failure or refusal to obey. And obedience delayed doesn't have to mean obedience denied. Sure, ultimately, we want to be the kind of people that say yes immediately. But if you don't, you can still turn around and do the thing God has asked you to do. Because something else the Lord shared with me is that when we turn around, He is able to use that to turn someone else's life around. So tell me, are you ready to turn around and obey today?